Hi, Mr. P here. Welcome to the Mr. Pollard English YouTube channel. Thanks for taking the time to tune in, I appreciate it. If you want to join the community, then please hit the subscribe button. The purpose of the channel is to help you truly ace your English. What we need to do in this video is look at how we turn the plan into an essay. So the first thing is to remind yourself of the plan and question on Purple Hibiscus. So here you can see I have that for you. And the question was, how does Adichie make this such a powerful moment in the novel? The next thing I want to do is to explain the colour key used. And you can see in green, it's a focus on keywords in the question, i.e. the topic sentence. In yellow is where we're showing awareness of the importance of the extract within the context of the novel as a whole. In blue, we've got the focus on the how of the question, i.e. the techniques. And in that lilac colour, we've got a bit of personal response as well. So once you've written your plan, go back to it and write your introduction. My tip here is to ensure that the first sentence uses the actual wording of the question. So we have, this is a powerful moment because it is where we as readers see firsthand the true violence of Papa Eugene that has been suggested earlier in the novel. In life, they say first impressions are really crucial. And I guess it's the same with an essay, really. You're showing the examiner that you've thought about the question and are answering it directly. Many students do not do this at all. So make yourself stand out from the crowd in that first sentence. The yellow highlighted section is you also showing to the examiner that you have knowledge and understanding of the wider novel and why the extract is a powerful moment within it. The rest of the introduction is where you write one or two sentences that you link the extract to the wider themes and ideas within the novel. So here, to read on, Adichie characterises Papa Eugene to represent the hypocrisy and violence that is happening elsewhere in Nigeria, in particular with the military coup during the time the novel is set. The fact is, we now see that Papa is a flawed character, and also in the extract that Mama, Kambili and Jaja are powerless against Papa's violence. This changes as the novel progresses and the three become older and more independent. Characterises is highlighted in blue because it is a narrative technique and so is addressing the how part of the question. One final tip on introductions is to keep them short. 3 sentence maximum would be my guide. Paragraphs 2, 3 and 4 are what we would call the body paragraphs. Here is where you get stuck into the close analysis of the techniques the novelist is using in the extract. So let's have a look at paragraph 2. Firstly, Adichie makes this an important moment in the novel by setting a suspenseful scene through the use of adverbs and verbs at the beginning of the extract. The first sentence of a paragraph is what we call a topic sentence. As the name suggests, its purpose is to tell the examiner what you will cover in the rest of the paragraph, and it also helps to convince them that you are directly answering the question. Note that I have used one of the synonyms of powerful to add variety in this paragraph. I've used important. Let's read the remainder of paragraph 2. Mama asks Kambili to eat the cornflakes quickly and almost in a whisper because they're worried that Papa will see her breaking the Eucharistic fast so she can have the Panadol. Additionally, verbs such as wolf and standing show that she is uncomfortable and tense, anticipating Papa any moment. It also shows the reader Kambili's character and her desire at this stage in the novel to get approval from Papa and not receive his frequent criticism seen elsewhere in the novel. This makes us as readers feel uneasy. Adichie also employs onomatopoeic verbs to characterise Papa Eugene's violence: smack, swung, swished. The sibilants of these verbs serve to vividly convey how hard Papa is swinging the belt to inflict pain on his whole family. This is powerfully shocking for us as we see the true hypocrisy of a supposedly moral and high-ranking figure in society. Furthermore, verbs such as crumpled and sagged show us that Papa is a flawed, conflicted character. By the end of the extract, we're invited to consider whether Papa is a villain or just a flawed man. So in this section of paragraph 2, you can see how we're trying to link the techniques and examples to the effects on the reader. This makes us as readers feel uneasy. We're also embedding quotes in sentences. Can you see how these are within the body of a sentence itself? We're also demonstrating to the examiner a higher order skill by being able to use quotes from different sections of the extract. For example, quickly, almost in a whisper, is from the beginning of the extract, whereas crumpled and sagged is from near the end of the extract. This is one of the advantages, of course, of annotating and planning in the ways we've suggested in previous videos. So, we go back to our plan, and you can see that for our third paragraph, we want to be looking at repetition. Let's read it. Secondly, this extract is so compelling because Adichie uses repetition to reinforce the power structures in the family. When Papa sees Kambili eating the cornflakes, he repeats the question 10 minutes before Mass to show his incredulity. In contrast, Adichie characterizes Kambili's powerlessness with her stuttering I. Papa uses anaphoric questions. Has the devil asked you all to go on errands for him? And has the devil built a tent in my house? These demonstrate Papa's reasons for committing the violence against his family, and I feel despite his flaws, Papa commits the violence out of love, in order to keep his family acting morally. Papa crushed Jaja and me to his body. Additionally, Adichie powerfully captures the shocking violence of Papa Eugene through the repetition of the verb landed to describe the belt buckle hitting their defenseless bodies. By the way, anaphora or anaphoric questions is where a writer repeats a word or phrase at the beginning of successive sentences. As you can see, the topic sentence identifies what we will cover in the paragraph and uses the synonym compelling. There are 4 techniques identified to keep the focus on the how of the question, rather than describing what happens in the extract. And that's quite a common problem, that you end up describing what happens, describing the events, rather than actually focusing in on the techniques. So, to paragraph 4 then. Thirdly, Adichie uses figurative language, adverbs and adjectives to powerfully present this moment to the reader. Adichie uses the simile, Papa was like a Fellaini nomad, to characterize Papa Eugene as skilled and experienced at using the belt by comparing his use of the belt to the nomad's use of the switches. She also employs the metaphor, has the devil built a tent in my house, to powerfully show us that Papa believes his family to be possessed by the devil. This characterization of Papa is made more powerful by he unbuckled his belt slowly. The adverb slowly builds tension as we see that inevitably he's going to use the belt to beat his family and punish them for desecrating the Eucharistic feast. This serves to build tension in this powerful moment in the novel. As you can see, I'm using the plan. Let's go back and show you. As you can see, I'm using the plan, but have put together metaphor, simile, adverbs and adjectives into the same paragraph. This is because there was not enough really to justify 2 separate paragraphs. I also wanted to make the next paragraph about vivid description and Adichie's suggestions that Papa's appearance is kind of at odds with the reality that we see in the extract. So these are decisions that you're going to need to make as you adapt your plan. Of course, it's 100% fine to stick with your original plan. But as you practice, you'll be more confident in adapting your plan if necessary. As you can see, again, there are 4 different techniques identified here. Simile, characterization, metaphor, and adverb. This keeps, of course, the focus on the how of the question. So, to paragraph 5 then. Additionally, Adichie makes this moment powerfully effective through the use of vivid description. She uses details such as perfectly tailored lines and mound of flesh to represent Papa Eugene's character. I think Adichie is suggesting that outwardly Papa Eugene is a well-respected Christian businessman and community leader through the smartly ironed shirt, but underneath that facade, he is an aggressive bully. The fact that Adichie writes that the shirt did little to hide might foreshadow one day that his true self will be revealed. This theme in the novel of covering up the truth is also seen at the end of the extract before the family leave for Mass. First, we changed our clothes and washed our faces, so that truth of Papa's violence is kept hidden. Here we have another moment of personal response. I think Adichie is suggesting that outwardly Papa Eugene is a well-respected Christian businessman. I encourage you to include some personal response, i.e. what you think and how you respond and how you feel. Don't just refer to the effects on the reader. I'm also demonstrating here that I understand the wider themes and concerns of the novel. This theme in the novel is of covering up the truth, showing the examiner you understand why the moment of the extract is important. In this case, the word was powerful. Within the context of a novel is really, really important and really beneficial for you because you're demonstrating knowledge and understanding of more than just the extract that's in the exam. And that is quite impressive for examiners to see. So, finally then, to the conclusion, paragraph 6. In conclusion, Adichie makes this a powerful moment for the reader by making us empathise with Kambili, Mama and Jaja, whilst also seeing the conflicts within the character of Papa Eugene. He is a flawed character, but we also see the beginning of Jaja protecting Mama and standing up to his father. I made it for her. And this greater independence will lead to the family uniting against Papa to protect themselves later in the novel. So what's going on here? Well, we're returning to the key phrase in the question, powerful moment. And we use a final quotation from the extract not used elsewhere in the essay. We also show how this extract is important within the context of the novel by explaining how Jaja is stepping in here to protect his mother. And that this will be something that happens more and more often as we move forward in the novel. If you found the video tutorial useful, then don't forget to subscribe so that you can be the first to see new content to help you ace your English. If you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up.